Welcome back to Working Moms Easy Meals. I'm Margarita Ampo with MCA Consulting, and today we are here with Suzanne Young from Pampered Chef. She's my guest today, and we are going to be making some buffalo wings, right? And we're going to be using a lot of the Pampered Chef products, and it's going to be really easy, really fun thing to make for game day. So
we're in our
game day gear, right? So a lot of us are going to be entertaining every Sunday. Want something quick, something good for your family. So you're going to show us what we can make today.
I am. So we're going to make some buffalo wings because, of course, in game day, what's everybody want? They want wings, and we're going to do an artichoke dip because, to me, it's having dips during game time is the way to go as well. So
great.
Okay, so what we're doing first is we're talking about busy moms and getting things done quickly. And one of the things that I was thinking of when I was getting ready this morning is most of the time I forget to get something out of the freezer. So frozen wings work really well when you use a pressure cooker. So this is our multi-cooker, and it is basically you can start from frozen and go from there. So we do have fresh wings that are in here right now. The thing I really like, you put it in, you push the buttons, you walk away, and it does its thing. So it takes a little time to come to pressure, and then our chicken wings in here are going to cook for 10 minutes. We're going to let it release the pressure, and then we're going to throw them under the broiler to crisp them up a little bit, and then toss them in the wing sauce.
Awesome.
And that's the quick and easy way to do this. And I have to say, there's other ways of doing wings. Everybody has their fun ways of doing it. A lot of people will cook them in the oven. I did a head-to-head comparison when this first came out so that we could see which we liked, and hands down, the boys that I was feeding they wanted these wings.
They love them better, okay,
because they're juicier and
they crispier too, or
not crispy. Well, you can crisp them up under the broiler, but they're juicy, and that's the part that I really like. When they're baked in the oven, sometimes they are chewier.
Right.
So it's really what you like. Everybody likes different things.
Great.
So right now, this we can do. So I was telling you, you can do your eggs. If you want to do hard-boiled eggs, you click it on eggs and you put it in. Poultry, beef, seafood, white rice, whole grain soup, beans, desserts. You can steam. I actually, when I'm making boiled eggs, I do the steam setting, and you put the eggs in there. You click the steam setting, and you get perfectly done hard-boiled eggs, which is awesome. And then has slow cooker, has sous vide, you can make yogurt. There's so many different things that you can do with this, and if you have a baby, it has a sterilize function as well. So there's so many things that we can do with this. Just absolutely love it. So we're gonna let that do its thing, and then while that is cooking, or while those are started, we're going to make our dip, our artichoke dip. So we're gonna start with our artichoke dip. We're going to use on the stove. This is one of our pieces called a rock crock. And for the people who don't like coated cooking vessels, there's a lot of people who like to avoid nonstick coating and so on. We developed this. This is unique to Pampered Chef. So this is the everyday rock crock. We also have a larger rock crock, twice the size. But this can go in the microwave. It can go in the oven. It can go on top of the stove.
Wow, okay.
It can go out on a grill. So it can go anywhere and everywhere. It goes in the dishwasher afterward. And this is not a coating that's on there. This is a ceramic piece. And so nothing will ever come off of this.
Oh, that's great.
So now it is breakable. So if we dropped it, it would break. But we're not going to do that. So what I have in here, you can operate your stove, and we've got some cream cheese that's in there. We're going to let it get warmed up. Are you on higher heat? Yeah, okay. One of the things about our Pampered Chef scrapers, they're heat resistant, so it will get hot, but it's not going to burn or do anything bad or melt. So while that's doing that, we are going to get some of the rest of we're going to soften the cream cheese, get it nice and soft, and then we're going to do some garlic. But while we're doing that, I'm going to put you to work.
Okay.
And we're going to use, this is our adjustable grater. And on one side it has the large bits, and this side is the smaller. And for our purposes, we can do, and it comes with the base, so instead of having your cheese all over the place, most of it will go in here. That's the idea, anyway. So how do you feel about grating up some cheese?
Perfect.
I didn't bring my shears with me to cut that off. So we're going to grate up the cheese, and I think it calls for about half of that. And the other cheese that we are going to grate up is some of our Parmesan cheese. And our Parmesan, I brought some with me here, and I brought it in one of my new favorite things. These are our silicone storage bags, and this is the, not the sandwich one, this is the medium bag. I forgot to bring the large one with me. But do you ever do half an onion?
Yeah.
You do half
and you have to put it in a bag.
You have to put it in a bag. Well, putting in half an onion in these, this has really big teeth, and it zips up and becomes, it is watertight. So this doesn't show the water.
Washable? Is it
Totally washable.
safe or just
Yeah, but you know, bags are hard to wash in the dishwasher,
yeah.
so technically, yes, you could do that. I love these things. And so what I started to say with the onion stays. It doesn't get all dried up and desiccated.
Right.
It stays good, and I've had it actually stay in there for like 2 weeks, and it's still usable.
Oh, nice.
It hasn't gone slimy and so on. So I love these bags. I can hear some snap, crackle, and pop happening over here, so I'm going to get this melted up. Maybe we'll turn it down just a little bit while we're talking. And that is soft, so actually I'm going to turn that off, or down on low for right now, because I forgot we're on a gas stove, so it's going pretty fast to the heat. We don't want it to burn. Actually, we're going to turn it off for right now. And I might as well do the garlic. You've got the cheese, fabulous. The garlic press with Pampered Chef. Do you have the garlic press?
No, I don't have that.
So the fresh garlic is, I prefer the taste of fresh garlic. A lot of people like the dry and so on.
Right.
But the best part is you don't have to take the peel off, because nobody likes having to get the peel off, right? So we just leave it in there.
For you.
Yep. And
I think I'm gonna have to get that one.
How it's spritzed out.
Wow.
Okay. And I'm gonna do that. And the peel, the part you can't see very well, but the peel is left behind. And we need another thing of garlic. So pop this in and spritz it out. That you don't have to get the smell of garlic on your hand.
Perfect.
So there's our garlic for that. And then, so we have our cheese. Let me check my recipe, because I haven't done this in a little while. We've got our garlic in there. Add the mayonnaise. Oh, this is the fun thing about mayonnaise with our
I have to get
measure all cup.
Yes.
So what you do with this is you pull it down to whatever you need. We needed a half a cup. And here's the magic. The magic is you go bloop, and you get it all out. So when you're measuring, it's a lot of times you'll have stuff left behind.
Right, and
you
you're
don't
not
have
going to
anything
miss
left with this.
anything, right?
Now you can do liquids. You can pour and read up. So you can do that.
You can do it the other way. Okay.
And to pull it back, I'll tell you right now it's moving really easy because it has the mayonnaise. But if you pull down a little bit and turn it, it comes down really easy. Now I don't recommend this goes in the dishwasher because there is a lip on here that in the dishwasher it can ruin it.
Okay.
And
so you just wash it.
Yes. Recommend that. Okay. So we put our garlic, our mayonnaise, our cream cheese. I'll let you stir that if you don't mind, because right now I'm going to get our artichokes ready. And this can strainer is a silly little thing that I think every kitchen needs, because we need to drain this can, and usually you put it in something else, but this can strainer makes it so much easier to strain. So I should have done both of these ahead.
I usually use the lids of the cans.
Well, and you know the reason you shouldn't do that.
Yes, and they cut you, right?
They cut you,
Yeah.
and so having the can strainer, and if you do cans of tuna, you can actually push this down into the can. It's designed to go down, and then the juice comes out, so you can really, really drain it. Okay, so we're going to chop up our artichokes here in our manual food processor, which is a fabulous piece, especially, you have this one too? I should have checked which ones I didn't need to bring with me, but the blades are in there, and we're just going to get this chopped up.
And now, Suzanne, you're going to be at our event, our fundraiser event for the month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Day, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But on October 13th, we're going to have a fundraiser for Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. And that's when breast cancer spreads to different parts of your body, makes it stage 4. So Suzanne and other vendors are going to be there selling their products and services, and then a percentage of sales will go directly to Metafiber to help support stage 4.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
Yes. Okay. Oh, next thing we're going to do. Yes, so please come by and see me. I will have some of these tools there. I have lots of other tools that I have out. But of course, anybody who can't actually make it to the event can purchase also. We have a shopping link
Online, and I'll add that to the bottom of this video as well, so you can do that for the month of October. Yep.
Yes, we want to do that. So I'm going to get some lemon zest, and there's a couple of ways that we could do lemon zest. I do like our small lemon zest, our zester. You can open it up to be full like this, or to store it. It makes it a little smaller. It does have a protective cover on it. Normally, forgot to bring it with. So I'm going to get some of our lemon zest in here, and of course the thing about lemon zest, you really just want to get a bit of the yellow part. You don't want to go to the white part because that's the pith,
Right.
and it tastes like it sounds.
Yeah.
So we need about a
little
teaspoon.
bitter, yeah, right?
It's a little bit bitter. It's not very fun to have in. So that's about all that we need to add in here. Just get a little bit of the zest.
And your pressure cooker is very quiet. I don't really hear it. Yeah,
Well,
great.
if you
And it's
look,
just, yeah,
so
the steam's
it
starting to
hasn't
come up.
completely come to pressure yet.
Yeah.
You'll know it's come to pressure when this red bit comes up, and it's getting there. It'll be just a couple more minutes. What's nice about this shows that the preheat is still happening, and when it started, that was open circle, and it's showing that it's almost there. So they tend to come to pressure faster when they're fuller, and so all of that
great.
chicken that's in there has
Perfect.
meant that we're
Nice.
come to pressure. Okay, so now having checked this again, grate the mozzarella, add the lemon, and half of the Parmesan. So I was doing lemon zest, and I'm also going to put half of our Parmesan very quickly in here. And one of these, the fine zester does such a nice job of getting lots of fluffy.
Yeah, I like the way that cuts it. Yeah,
When you
it's
have a
nice.
good quality Parmesan, you don't need to have quite as much in it to get the really good flavor. So this says to put half of an ounce, and there we've got half of that
Perfect.
in, and we're going to stir that in. And we'll get the heat going on here again, but I forgot just how hot
Yeah, this gets
it
hot
can
quickly,
get.
Yeah.
And then the mozzarella, you already did that, and we're cut this, so add the cheese and the artichoke, mix well. We're going to heat it for about 15 minutes once we get there. So you can see.
Yeah, I like how it has the something to put it in.
Something to put it in.
Because otherwise it's just like you're,
Yes.
it's just going nowhere.
Yes. So we'll get this in here. Come on, you're almost at pressure. There we go. And when it'll show that it's running. And then it'll do its thing.
You just turn out.
Yes. Thank you. And we'll get this in here. And this calls for 2 cans of the artichoke, and I like mine a little chopped, like, I like it chunky.
Yeah.
If you prefer to have it less chunky, you can just process it a little bit more. And the only hard part about this is making sure that the middle part is on there.
Right.
So when this is done, when we go to serve it, everybody has preferences, different things they like.
Right.
You can either serve it the way it is, or I did bring some olives with me. Not everybody likes olives, but those who do,
Right.
we can put that on the top. And then another fun flavor to add to it is the red peppers on top. And we can decide whether we're going to do that or not, depending on everybody's preference. Okay.
We like everything.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So, now that one cut up differently. Did I do 2 different cans? I must have. So these are using the artichokes in water, not marinated artichokes. So, I used to not want to eat artichokes because of their name. And then I discovered how good they are.
Yeah, and they're good for you.
And they're good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll get some
Warm
heat
it
on
up.
there again. And you were right the first time when you didn't have it too hot.
Yeah. I'll just put it. I'll turn it for you.
Perfect. Now that does get hot, so I see you're holding it with your hand. It does
Okay.
get hot. So I did bring with me one of our fun, very useful oven mitts.
Cool.
They're baby shark. I won't sing it because it'll get stuck in your head. These are great if you happen to have air fryers. These are great for opening the air fryers, but they're good here too. So I just wanted to bring those. I absolutely love those.
I'll take one of them.
There you go. Okay, so I did also want to show one of the perennial favorites from Pampered Chef is our can opener, the smooth edge can opener.
Right.
The top of the cans, you should wash the top of your cans. Most of us go like this and like this.
Right, yeah.
But with our smooth edge can opener, it cuts the seal around the top, so it doesn't actually transfer anything from the inside to the from the outside to the inside. So, and the different thing is, it doesn't go on the side; it goes on the top.
Yeah.
And you know, because you already have this. Most
How
people
to train my kids to do
Yes.
that too. Yeah.
So,
They're like, how do you use this?
turn around, and so that's still on there. You turn it back to release it, and then the little button on the top, there's a little mouth thing here that you grab it and lift it. Because before you do that, it doesn't even look like it's open. And you can pull it up with your fingers, but this makes it much easier. So there we have that to add. But that's a perennial favorite. If you have a can opener that is years and years old, you might want to treat yourself to a new one because they do over time get duller. Okay, and then we are going to
Nice and gooey here.
Excellent.
With the cheese.
So that's supposed to cook for a little while.
Okay.
So we'll let that do its thing.
Perfect.
Okay. So we're really kind of waiting for that for right now. Okay. So now that our dip has bubbled up and incorporated everything, it's ready to be eaten. I'm going to pop this over wherever there's my handy spoon
There we go.
holder
Here's
here.
one.
Oh, perfect. And we're going to top it, so I used my manual food processor again. This is just so handy when you need to do the smaller things. You know, if a lot of people have a food processor that's up there and you don't get it down.
You don't get it down.
So this was a jar of roasted red peppers. Popping this on here. And then we are going to put, now I did cheat and use the can.
Right.
Partially because I wanted to show you the can opener, but many of us do this as well. But if you did have whole olives, our simple slicer will slice these quickly for you. Won't put all of them on there. And then the other bit we're going to finish this with is, if you want to hand me the rest of that cheese there.
Sure.
So we have some more of the grated Parmesan, and we're going to put this on, putting it on top, probably didn't need quite that much. So if you want to get your view of that, we could be putting this under the broiler and bubbling it up a little bit more. I don't really feel that it adds a whole lot more to it myself, but there we go. Our dip is ready to go.
Beautiful,
And you can choose how you want to do it. We have some baguettes that we could brown up a little bit, slice it and pop it in the oven, or if you want tortilla chips, however you want to do this, pita chips, all sorts of different things for our dip.
Awesome. Great.
All right. Okay. So because a lot of people have a pressure cooker, what I find is a lot of people, like you just said to me, you have one but you're afraid of it. A lot of people are. Our pressure cooker has a couple of things that help make it safer. I can't open this right now because it's still at pressure. So one of the things I want to show you though is we are going to let the steam come off naturally, but you can get the pressure to come off right away. Now, when you do that, it's actually quite a lot of sound, and I'm going to turn this because it's going to go that way. And the way to do it is the button to release it is down here. In a lot of pressure cookers that are commercially available right now, like the button to release the pressure is close. This way, now it's going to be a lot of sound, and it's going to beep. Coming that way. So this is how the pressure releases, and until this is gone and the red button has gone down, you cannot even open this. Okay, so and this, by the way, is warm to the touch but not hot, so you don't have to worry about anybody accidentally touching it and burning themselves.
Great.
Okay, so we release the pressure, and now that the pressure is off, I want to show you there are our fully cooked wings, and they were done in 10 minutes. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take them out. We're going to put them on my half sheet pan, which is over here. This is a half sheet pan. I want you to feel that, how sturdy it is. So we have different sizes of these metal sheet pans. These I think are actually some of the best value that we have in our catalog because they're relatively inexpensive. They have a rolled rim. They won't do the poppy thing, and they stay flat. So you can actually see that. I've used this many, many times, and it stays flat. So these are a great thing. So one trick you can do, if you don't want to have to scrub and clean at it, you can use some parchment paper, which makes the cleanup a lot easier. I'm terrible at pulling the parchment paper off though. So we'll just do a little bit up there, and then we're going to get our wings out on here and put them in the broiler for a minute or two. Well, actually it can be 3 or 4 minutes, and crisp them up a little bit. Our chicken piece is out, and you can see they're really well cooked, even though it was only 10 minutes at pressure. And so we're going to pop these under the broiler for a few minutes, crisp them up a little bit, and then we're just going to toss them in your favorite buffalo sauce, and we'll come back and do that as well. But before I want to give you a little present for having me here.
Thank you.
So one of these things that Pampered Chef has, sometimes figuring out what seasonings to add can be a bit of a pain. So we have a scampi mix and a chili mix, and we have a Tuscan chicken mix that all you have to do is sprinkle it over things, follow the directions. They're awesome. So I wanted to give you some samples.
Thanks so much.
So we have taken our wings out from under the broiler. You can do more or less time, whichever you like. And now I have put them into one of my favorite products with Pampered Chef, that this big one is new to us. So I'm just tossing the wing sauce. Some people do like to toss it and then put it back under the broiler. Totally up to you how you like it. I like mine juicy, so I don't tend to broil them quite as much. But as you can see, they're in here. So what I've put this in, these are serving pieces that keep things hot. So with this lid, these are cooked, they're going to be hot. You don't have to eat them all right now. You can put them out on the table in front of you, and you can keep picking away at them. We have the large one, we have a medium, and the small. So as I was saying to you, one of the things I love about these is you don't have to time your dinner perfectly. So I like my green beans to be a little bit crunchy, and with them being crunchy, I get them cooked. I put them in here and I can leave them sit and stay warm while I cook everything else so that they don't get overcooked. Mashed potatoes, fabulous for mashed potatoes.
Great for the holidays. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Great for the holidays.
Yeah.
Because when you've got a whole bunch of dishes, there's not enough room on the stove, there's not
room.
enough room in the oven
Mhm.
to keep things warm.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I really, really love about these. You can get them as a set and you can get them individually. Having said that, I have to check on because I think they have these ones came as a set. They changed things up on me. So the other thing is, if you're setting a table, especially a buffet, one of the things I love about this is it can sit up like this.
And
So
do they only come in white?
they do.
Okay.
They do. So we only have the one, but as you can see, even as the steam is coming off, they stay nice and warm, and for a good, technically they say 2 hours, but for at least an hour, you are really good that things will stay nice and warm. So love
Awesome.
these as well. And as you say, holidays are coming up.
Yeah.
It's useful to have the things now before the day of when you go, oh, I wish I'd gotten it then. So come on down and order from our Mediviver fundraiser and
on
get
October
everything
13th.
you need. When is it?
October 13th, Thursday.
What day? October 13th.
And we'll have more information on the link below here. So that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I had a great time. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Working Moms Easy Meals. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day.